Hey guys, welcome to the Stealthy Crafter. I'm Jessica, and today we are going to do a Wip Chat. If you're new here and you don't know what Wip stands for, it stands for Work in Progress, and what that means is that you can bring out your own whips, or if you want, you could do absolutely nothing. You could just sit on the couch and you can just listen to me ramble about what's been going on during the week. Currently, I am trying to finish this row. I am on the very last row of Ilm Merman, and I'll show you what he, they are supposed to look like. We have two people, not just one guy. So got these two little mermen right here. And I am on the last row. I did, excuse me, 5 sections yesterday. So, and I have 5 sections left today. So I think I can get this finish before the end of June. I know I am like cutting it down to the wire, but I think I can do it. I think I can, especially since it's early enough in the day. I'm pretty sure I can do this, hopefully. So cross your fingers. Especially this weekend was like, for the Crafters Den, it was like finish that-ish. Or, well, I can't really say everything because, you know, it's, but basically it's like finish your, it was like finish your diamond painting and stuff like that. If you have a diamond painting that's close to being finished, go ahead and finish it. Excuse me. So we have like things to do every weekend. This upcoming weekend we have is basically a snacky weekend. And we've done those before, but we've kind of made something like a little bit different for each week for like the community and stuff. But yeah, so we got snacky weekend coming up, and I'm going to definitely work on that. I got a couple of things that I want to do. I'm going to start trying to clear off containers because I got some amazing news for you guys. Like I instead of like when I didn't focus on this, like my goal for the finish the ish this week, or finish the B, was to get 26 for 26 done, because I just started giving up on doing the rows, and I just started doing sections instead. So one section and then I go to the next. So that's what I did, and I finished. I got 26 drills, 26 whips done. So, well, not done, but you know, I got 26 whips. I got drills on 26 different canvases. There we go. That's what. Oh my goodness. Okay. So yeah, I got whips, 26 whips now. Do I feel overwhelmed? Absolutely. Am I adding another whip to the occasion? Most likely. But I'm going to try and get rid of a lot of the whips I have. Namely, this one now is my goal before I start spinning the wheel and start working on stuff. The snacky weekend, I'll probably be doing some of my smaller diamond paintings for that, and then take that off the wheel. But, my goal is to definitely use the wheel to help me focus. I'm not like not just constantly focusing on one diamond painting. I would like to focus on a lot of diamond paintings, but there's going to be times where I'm going to be like, I like working on this, I want to work on another row. And I feel like that is okay, because that was like the case with the Craftly kit I had. I really wanted to work on another row, but I didn't. And I did that with Fairy Lights because I wanted to try and get that one done, honestly. That one's not going to be done. I think I'm going to focus on that to get that completed. But I do have like other events that I am going to try and work on for the upcoming next 2 months. So I need to try and start whittling my stuff down now. Now's the time to now start focusing on certain things that I know I can get out and get done, and have my bigger projects, you know, more to the side. Start spinning the whip wheels on that kind of stuff. So it is time to start focusing, which is a lot of work. Sometimes I kind of just stare into space. So it is time for me to start actually buckling down and start looking, you know, actually doing some stuff, I guess. But yeah, so that is one of the things that I'm so excited about. I'm hoping I can get this done and have a June finish. I technically do have June finishes. They're just not big June finishes. I'm going to have to record the month in review soon. Since it's at the end since we're already at the end of June, so I figured like once it hits July 1st, I'm gonna have my kids help me bring all my diamond paintings that I've worked on upstairs, and definitely go through it. Basically, you guys are gonna get part 2 of the 26 for 26 of those whips and stuff like that. I feel like now that we've gotten it, it's going to die down just a little bit, and I'm definitely going to have like a progress video later on, so that way we can start keeping tabs on how things are going. But overall, I think I did an excellent job. I'm just so excited to be done overall. Let's see what other diamond painting stuff has happened. Some of my friends have already started getting like their anniversary kits in. I gotten like the bookcase from Runa Morority. I gotten the bookshelf from her. Like I bought that like separately. But like the rest of my anniversary set still has not come in. And then Diamond Art Club got me last week with Cats Are Liquid. I was like, yeah, Cats Are Liquid, and I love it so much. And then of course they had a mystery diamond painting. They had a Moonbound Studios, and I love Moonbound, guys. Like, it is like right up there with Chrysabug and Rosie Scribbles. Like, Chrysabug will always be #1 in my heart, but like I love Jamuska, I love Rosie Scribbles, and I love Moonbound. So, and I have started like with the 26 for 26. I actually finally started working on one of the Moonbounds I've had. And oh my god, I'm in love with the drills. It is so pretty. I love it so much. But yeah, I got the Moonbound mystery coming in. So I'm excited for that. I'm thinking soon I'm going to try and start up. I got myself a 6-placer, so I think I'm going to start trying to work with a 6-placer now, and practice with that just a little bit, because I'm trying to up my game a little bit. All right, let's see. We are going to go with this one. But yeah, for the most part, I'm just kind of staying at home. It's been hot. This week is going to get a whole lot hotter, so that is not something I've been interested in. And then like of course we're getting notices from our electric company, basically asking us to please have our thermostat stay set to 78, 79 while the heat wave is going on. My husband's kind of like, huh? We have it set to like 75 for the most part. There's times where like it'll dip down to like 70. 72 is when I start getting really cold. But my husband, he heats up. My son, he heats up. But usually, so we have it kind of like upstairs is a little warmer, downstairs is a little cooler, and try and just have everyone stay downstairs for the most part, kind of thing. But yeah, just overall, we're just trying to keep cool. I'm so glad that we got the AC installed when we did, for sure, especially since it's starting to get hotter and hotter. Let's see. Lots of stuff has kind of happened last week, even though I was staying at home for a good portion of it. Hubby and I had to do some adulting things and go and sign paperwork last week. Was like kind of boring, and then after that, like, he had a surprise for me. Well, I already knew a surprise by this point, but he surprised me. He promised me on Mother's Day that I was able to get my hair done, and I was really excited about that. And then like with how things are been happening, I kept telling him don't worry about it because I know getting your hair done is expensive, and you know, with the rising costs of everything, plus you know I love my diamond paintings more than anything. I was like, don't worry about it, I don't, you know, let's not worry about my hair. And he's like, no, I promised you you're getting your hair done. And he's really sweet because he knows how I used to express myself with my hair when I was younger, in my younger 20s. When the kids were like newly minted, well, basically it was like more like, yeah, when with Nicole than anything. But I kind of did it for a while I still had the twins. But I was like dye my hair, fun colors, and I was enjoying myself. And then like I just couldn't reach to bleach my hair anymore. It was getting harder for me to do that. I was starting to ask my husband for help till the point where I just stopped doing my hair altogether. And I've been like kind of bummed about it, and then especially with what happened in the past few years where I had to get my hair cut off because I was like losing a lot of hair from the chemo and stuff like that. I wasn't losing it completely, but it was just enough. So what was happening was like I have really thick hair, like extremely thick, right? And one side was just really starting to thin, and you could tell it was just like one side was completely thin, the other side was still really thick. I couldn't really hide it when you put it in a ponytail or anything. It was starting to upset me a lot more. They told me don't my oncologist and stuff, they said don't worry about it, you know, you still have a lot of your hair. But the thing is, I had one half my hair instead. So my husband shaved it all off because at that point it was just like, it was like damaging to my self-image at that point. So anyway, I was like, he promised me once things got better and stuff, essentially I could get my hair dyed, and we do that. So I've been waiting for a few years. Essentially, my hair's gotten long and thick again, and we got my hair done last week. It was really cool. I've never really gone to a salon for haircuts or anything like that. I've only gone to like Great Clips, okay? That's where I've gone for my hair stuff, and like for hair dyes and stuff, I've done it. So, but I haven't touched my hair in years at all. So I did tell the hair salonist what was happening to my hair just in case. So we decided to kind of take it easy just to see, especially with the ends and things like that. But here's the cool thing. My daughter, my husband also scheduled an appointment with my daughter too to go get her hair done and everything. So both of us got fun colors for our hair. It was really nice. We had like a daughter day kind of thing, daughter mom day, and spent the whole time just having fun, talking to each other, getting, you know, talking to the lady who was doing our hair, because she did both our hairs together. And I really love how Nicole's hair came out. Like, she got red. Her hair was like, basically, she didn't do the entire hair. Like, it was kind of like almost a balayage effect. I let Nicole try and explain how she wanted to get her hair done, because she's 14, you know, and, you know, I would step in if I needed to. Excuse me. But I had to explain to her, I'm like, try and make sure you bring pictures to show what you're looking at, because she was like, she was trying to use ChatGPT. I'm like, don't use ChatGPT. Actually go and get some actual inspiration pictures, please. And she's like, okay. And then I guess she understood the assignment when I was like, I mean, so I have like, like I said, I'm in the Crafters Den and stuff, but I also have like my own little Discord channel, server. No, you can't have it. It's mostly set for like all little tiny reminders. I don't know does anyone have that? I know you could like make some stuff for you and things like that, but I have like basically I make all these little channels like to keep me on track and figure out what I'm doing and everything like that. And one of the things I I made a channel was like just hair inspiration ideas, so that way I don't have like so much stuff clogging up my camera reel. and I'm able to just grab it and be like, this is what I'm looking for. So, and everything. So I've been wanting to get my hair kind of like blues and purples and stuff like that. And I gave her a few options. I'm like, look, I understand like this might, especially where I live, it's a, the only reason I picked this salon was because they showed that they actually did vivid hair colors, fashion colors, or whatever. I live in like a small town. I live right near the city, but I still live in a rural area. So, like, I would have to do some traveling, just like I do for my other appointments. So it's like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, that kind of thing. Sometimes 45 for driving out to certain areas. But I was just like, okay, I can understand if you can't do like this blending thing. But so I would like an ombre if that's the case. But she's like, no, we can definitely do that. So basically got my hair fixed, and it looks so pretty, and I love it. I love it a lot. It's gorgeous. I got it. I got the A-OK from the hubby to schedule a touch-up as well. So I'm getting my hair touched up the day before I go to the retreat. So that way it is fresh as fresh can be. I can look so good for my friends. And then after that, I think I'm going to just kind of like I'll just go more like every 8 weeks or 8 weeks plus instead, because I can take care of my hair. I just wanted to make sure it was like really nice for my friends and things like that. And I'm really excited about the retreat coming up. I'm like super excited. But yeah, so see, my kid and I had our hair done. And then after that, she begged me to go to the dollar store, so that's what we did. She was trying to make me go to the local coffee shop that we have now here, and I'm like, no, we're not doing that. But I went okay with the dollar store, so I went there, and we got like a bunch of junk food. I couldn't even really eat it. Looks like hubby is leaving for today. Okay. Yeah, he has some stuff that he needs to do. So anyway, let's see. I'm trying to think. Trying not to get distracted. I get shiny key syndrome so much lately. Let's see. What was I talking about? Oh yeah. So we got so much junk food, and snacks and stuff like that to take home, and we kind of spent like we went from mom and daughter day to kind of like spending some time during the night watching some of my streamers that I usually watch. So they've been like on a kick of playing Mecha Chameleon, and I've been enjoying it. It makes me think about the old days with Prop Hunt and stuff like that from Gary's Mod that I used to watch them play with. So I was like kind of reminiscing in a way and laughing, and my kid was like enjoying. So she was thinking it was funny. She was, oh man, this is really popular. I've been watching YouTube clips and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, but these are actual people that I love watching. I'm like, you can sit and watch with me on this. And she was like having a blast laughing at some of them was a little inappropriate. I had to go and roll my eyes, but she's at this point she's 14. Yeah, I already know she knows half the stuff that's been going on, so oh well. But we talk about it kind of thing. But let's see. But what was interesting was my husband came out because we did ask, hey, do you want to come hang out with us while we're watching? He goes, no. He had to spend the whole day with the twins while we were getting our hair done. So he was a little tired, understandable. And I'm like, okay, that's cool, but apparently he was just like listening to us laugh so much and getting into the stream that he was kind of curious about what was going on, and he wanted to see what was happening, and saw the shenanigans that was going on. So he joined in watching with us and everything. It was funny. I was having a time, like with some of the stuff that was going on. But yeah, after that she was like thanking my husband, saying thank you, thank you for getting my hair done, I love it so much, and all the stuff. So she got to really enjoy herself, and basically it felt nice being able to hang out with her, because she's been like kind of back, kind of was like holed up in her room again, and I was glad that she was like out and she was hanging out with us a bit. So definitely want her to kind of still try and hang out with us a little bit more. And what was really nice was I'm going to be skipping all over the place. There's not really a big timeline or anything, but what was really nice was yesterday, it was like really sweet. She came downstairs, and she asked her little sister, so if she wanted to make cookies with her. Now, when Nicole gets into baking mode, she wants to bake stuff, she'll want to do it all herself. She won't have anyone help her out and stuff like that. And her sister has been looking up to her, especially since she's starting to enter middle school and things like that, and everything. And she's been wanting to join and hang out, and I hear a cat meowing outside my door. Nova's been wanting to hang out with me more often. It's been adorable. I have a box for her, but I don't have to, I don't have a moment where it's like I'm able to just make sure she stays in one area, because it's a mess and I don't want her climbing underneath things. So now can't open the door right now. Oh, it's so adorable. But she was loud. She was really, really loud. Earlier today when we were cuddling, it was so adorable. Anyway, back to where I was talking. See, shiny key syndrome. I am like, it is ridiculously bad right now. Let's see. Oh yeah, so she made like cookies with her sister, and earlier yesterday she also wanted to make pancakes for her siblings and for herself, because I was just like, you guys can have some cereal, it's okay, I'm not in the big mood to do anything breakfasty. And she goes, well, how about if I make pancakes? I'm like, are you really wanting to make pancakes? She's like, yeah. So it's like, okay, if you really want to, go for it. I'm gonna have one of them help me out today, make sloppy joes. I'm gonna start cutting all the vegetables probably after I'm done with this. I like to try and prep early, and then I have all this stuff ready to go, so when I'm cooking, it's just like I'm able to just kind of fling everything in at the time that it's needed and not like rushed. I'll probably have one of the kids help me out. I've told them starting now we are going to start learning how to cook dinner, so that way when they are, self-sufficient adults, they know how to cook their own meals and things like that. I'm not going to have them struggle like I did. I want them to have like at least some meals that they know how to cook and everything, and not just tomato soup and spaghetti like me. But yeah, I was just like, so I know that my son does not like sloppy joes, but there's going to be a time and place. Like, I'm letting everyone have, like, what they like to eat. So there's going to be a couple of days where they're not going to have a meal that they want to truly eat. And with that, if that's the case, there is leftovers in the fridge. There's always leftovers. I'm like, I don't care if you don't like leftovers, you're going to eat leftovers. That's my thing. I don't want to be the only one eating leftovers, and everything like that, so... but yeah, she made cookies with her siblings, well, with her sister, actually, and it was really adorable. She was having a blast. The only issue was they did not clean up their mess. They never clean up their mess. So, my husband had to go and clean the mess up instead. He texted her, because she went upstairs to go in her room and everything, and said, hey, you said you were going to clean. You didn't. I cleaned up after you. Since that's the case, can you please come downstairs and scoop the cat litter? So she's like, ugh, okay. But, that is the thing. Like, we told her, hey, we need you to do this thing. So, yeah, but the cookies, they were really good. She asked for a recipe from me, and I gave her one of the recipes I normally use, because she used a different one, and it was when she made cookies the first time, and it was really good. But it was like I remember like it was like last week because she tried to do that and she questioned me when the thing dinged and she goes, they don't look done, and I'm like, how long did you put them in the oven? And she's like, they've been in here for 12 minutes. I'm like, take them out, they are done. She goes, no they're not, they don't look done. I'm like, believe me, trust the process, take them out, they're going to start being done in a little bit. So she's like, okay, and she took them out, and lo and behold, once like a few minutes, of them resting, they were perfectly okay. They were just on the edge of like starting to be overdone kind of thing. But I think she added some ingredients or she didn't measure correctly because the consistency tasted off that first time. But it was still good. It was still yummy. But yeah, this time around, now that she knew that even though it won't look done, it will be done. So she pulled them out, and the consistency was so much better. So I don't know if it was a recipe that she used, but she used the recipe I normally go with, and definitely 10 times better. So and she was really enjoying the fruits of her labor. Let's see. Trying to think about what else has been happening this week. Oh, so we got our trees cut. I don't know. I think I talked about it a little bit last week that we were planning on doing it. But we got our trees and our bushes cut down, and that was a process. We got woken up really early for that. And we're gonna get the stumps grounded in a few days. They marked the areas. They said that they'll be here in a few days. It's just that now it looks really weird. Excuse me. It looks like really weird and bared, and now we're starting to hear some noise. So we're gonna have to call like. I'm like really scared that there's like animal, because we noticed that there's a hole in our back, at the back of our house, like around the vinyl, that there is a hole now, and we've been hearing some noises after all of this. So we definitely disturbed an animal, and he's probably like scared and frightened, and he's trying to hide, but I don't want him hiding in our walls, and I don't want more damage to the house. So we're gonna have to call someone to see about what to do, and if that was the point of entry after we gotten these trees and bushes down, because yeah, that's a new thing. It didn't happen until after we got all the stuff removed. So I know that we probably disturb its habitat, and I'm sorry, but we really needed to get the trees in our backyard down. As much as I didn't want, well, I wanted them, but I didn't want those trees. But let's see, I knew one of the trees is causing foundation issues. The roots coming towards our house, and it's been like near our foundation. It's been really worrisome. We've already got a little bit of cracking going on, so we want to make sure that we don't have any damage to the house. So that one of the trees was a big issue. Another tree was really close to our neighbor's fence, and we didn't want, if like it fell and then we have to be liable for damages, that kind of stuff. Another tree was dead, and then I don't remember what the third tree was. The third tree was like kind of pretty close to the first tree, or I mean the fourth tree. So we weren't really sure which tree was the problem child. So but yeah, we're going to plant new trees that aren't going to be like, the roots aren't going to be going out as far, but just got to figure out when to do it, the right time to do it, especially when we have this drought going on and this heat wave. So Nicole's all for wanting to plant a garden. I started pulling up some ideas for like the front and the side yard once we get the bushes like grounded and take the stumps removed. So definitely just trying to figure out what our next steps are, what we can do. I said we have to get the front yard before the HOA starts getting on to us. I'm like, I know, like right now we got a pass for brown grass. Because if you remember the saga last year we had, so we've been dealing with a drought like in this area for the last few years actually. And one time we were trying to get our grass get really green, and we hired a lawn service, and they actually killed off our grass. Well, most of it was weeds and stuff like that. It was just like, but the seed that they planted wasn't catching. We were like getting really frustrated, and it's just the brown spots were getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So we decided to basically said no more, we're not wanting your services, that kind of stuff, and decided to do it ourselves with aerating the yard and planting the grass seed and all that stuff. And that was just a hassle, and we spent a good portion of last year's summer doing that, and we got it. We got a good bit of the grasses back. There's still a couple little brown spots, and now with the drought, the browns are starting to appear a bit more and more, which is a little frustrating with all the hard work that we've done. But yeah, just we're trying our best to make sure our yard's as nice as possible for the HOA without putting without us like breaking our budget, because there's only so much you can do, especially with a drought. So, and some of this grass should be able, once it gets some water and stuff, it'll be a bright green again. It's just right now there's just barely any water. We had a nice storm a few days ago, which was really nice, and it's been threatening to storm again, but it hasn't, and I'm like, please, 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 we really need the rain. And now we're getting into the 100 degrees weather, and I'm just like, no, it's too early. But it's not, because it's starting to become July. So oh well. But yeah, we want to get, we got some plants. I got some colas. I think that's how you pronounce it. I got some colas plants that I want to get. I already have a few of those, but now that's the case, I got a few more. I kind of been following this one Facebook page. It's like it's about like a gothy type garden instead, and it's just like, I really like the aesthetic of her garden a lot. Like, I want a lot of those kind of plants. I want a lot of those dark colors, especially like the deep purples and things like that. So it's like, and I showed that to Nicole, and she's like, I want that as well. So she and I are on the same board. So I just got to see which ones are basically they can handle our zone that we are in, and then like the sunlight, and then if they are drought resistant, because right now I don't want to plant flowers. I'll figure that out by next spring, but right now I would like to just plant some plants that are able to handle the heat, that are something that she and I both like. She was all like talking about like fruit trees and things like that, and I had to shut her down. I understand her excitement about that, but she wanted to plant fruit trees in the backyard, and I said no, we are not doing that. I'm like, I know that it'll be pollinating, the bees and and everything, but I grew up with my backyard. Granted, it was on a mountain, but we had crabapple trees, and we had 4 of them. And when the apples fell, they would fall into like right by our house, and then my dad would have me and my sister go and collect them. So we would have to go and pick up these rotted fruit, right? And then and throw them away. Well, was so many wasps and bees and stuff like that flying around, and it was just like, it was a wonder I didn't get stung. That I think I only got stung in my entire life. Knock on wood. I do not want to be stung anymore, but I think I've only been stung twice in my life, and I'd rather not be stung ever again. But I was just like, no, we're not doing that. And she goes, well, I can take care of that. And, her brother and sister chimed in that they could take care of it. I'm like, yes, you will. but then the novelty's going to run off, and then you guys aren't going to want to do it. And then, like, once you guys are out of the house, once you guys are, you know, grown and out of the house, then the maintaining of this is going to be up to your dad and I. And I don't want to be maintaining fruit trees. So, and I'm like, I'm not in the mood for that. I'm like, no, we're not doing that. If she wants a garden, I am perfectly happy to let her have a garden. We've talked about it. We're going to think about, like, next year get a little, like, makeshift shed greenhouse thing that I saw my neighbor have. And basically let her start planting, you know, little things. So, like, cucumbers, tomatoes, and then certain herbs and things like that. So she can start doing that. She wants to plant watermelon. I'm like, I've done watermelon before. I'm like, I don't know if if our soil is going to be decent enough for watermelon, but if she wants to try, she is welcome to. But yeah, I think she's like, because I talked about, like, how I grew up, and the way I grew up is kind of completely different than how the kids grew up, which, you know, I'm trying to give them, you know, a bit, you know, a better life than how I am, but they kind of long for, well, it's kind of hard to say long for when they never really experience it, but they kind of want to experience some of the things that I had growing up. And I'm just like, no, you don't believe me. Like, some of the stuff I'm like, oh yeah, that sounds reasonable. But others I'm like, no. No. When I tell you some of these experiences, it's more like, it's because this was dangerous and it wasn't really as cool as you think it is. Not that I was like a rebel or anything like that. It's just that, yeah, it was just a different time period of being raised altogether. And it's something that I wouldn't say I'm a helicopter parent, but I would say that I do keep, like, I have Life 360, so I do keep an eye on my kids when they are gone now, so, like, when they are out of the house, but I do let them have freedom. You know, I let them roam around a little bit as long as I know where they are and what time they're going to be, you know, be home and stuff like that, but I don't let them go outside a certain perimeter kind of thing. That's pretty much one of my rules. If you are going somewhere, you gotta let me know. If you're going to a friend's house, that kind of stuff, especially. Sorry about the sniffles. Since they removed the tree and stuff, like, one of the trees made, like, a huge thud. But it also released so much pollen, and it is still, like, I feel like it is still, like, up in the air, and it's been just aggravating my allergies non-stop. Let's see. But yeah, so I can't wait for that to start settling down. And it's gotten really hazy in this area as of late, too, so I don't know if it's just been, like, wildfires are going on, it was, you know, pollution, you know, that kind of stuff, so it's just, like, kind of gotten a little bit hazier outside, especially with all the heat rising. It's just been very ick weather. I told the kids that they do have to go outside and play, because they've been cooped up inside, after, the twins, their punishment and stuff like that, so they are released from their punishment. They are now allowed to go and run and play and everything, but within reason. So this, I'm going to have to see if my husband can fix a little bit of this creakiness. I noticed that this table's a little bit more creaky than normal, sitting up here. Excuse me, my goodness. Let's see. So some of my plans, let's see, what time are we? Well, we got plenty of time. This could be a shorter Whip and Chat, maybe. Let's see. Some of my plans I want to get done this week, I have been trying to do, because I got physical therapy. Oh, physical therapy. I should probably talk about that too. So, I had my second session of physical therapy for my hips and my knees. So, I've been seeing my physical therapist for quite some time now. But now we are switching over to hips and knees and stuff like that. I've gotten a bunch of exercises to do. I bought, like, these yoga straps, the ball and stuff like that to help do the exercises that she has set out for me to do. Basically, I was told don't push myself. If I start feeling pain, uncomfortableness is fine, pain is not, kind of thing. And she gave me a couple different ways to do certain exercises. If I wasn't able to do one certain exercise because it was like starting to hurt too much, there was a different way to do it. So that way I'm able to do it. If I'm not able to do both, let her know, that kind of thing. So, and she didn't want me to do it every day just because of how my flare-ups have been as of late. So she wanted me to do stretches one day, exercises the next day, stretches one day, exercises the next kind of day, and both of them 3 times during the week. So basically got 6 days of doing stuff essentially. So I was like, okay, I can do this. I can do this. I haven't been able to do it as efficiently as she wants to. I am able to do it at least with the stretches. I'm able to do them at least once a day. She wants me to do them twice to possibly 3 times a day. But I am able to do it at least once a day before my body's just like, we're done. And then I'm able to do the exercises and everything. It's just yeah. We're getting there, and I've let her know, but she's like, at least you are doing them, and you are the limit of your body, and that's all I can ask for. We will try and push a little bit harder next time, that kind of thing. So we're trying to do things within the limits of my body. So at least we are doing something. And I looks like my husband is back home. Oh my goodness. So anyway. I'm trying to think. See, shiny keys. I get distracted so easy. Let's see. I'm trying to think. So she's gotten a lot of options for me to do with physical therapy. She's definitely a huge advocate for me. I think between her and my primary care provider, that those two ladies definitely have my best interests in heart, and they listen to me, and I feel completely heard. It's just been frustrating with how the process has been. She says that she can be the bad guy for me, and message someone, whichever specialist of my doctors, or just go and talk to my PCP about maybe like start scheduling like a different test and things like that to see what to get basically a better image of what's been going on in my body and that kind of stuff. So she goes, especially since she's like you're an almost 40-year-old lady. She goes, you're still pretty young. You shouldn't be acting like you're an 80 to 90-year-old lady. And I'm like, you are completely right. She's like, you shouldn't be falling apart this quickly. She's like, and something is going on, and I don't like the fact that no one's helping you. So she says she'll be the bad guy for me, which I very much appreciate that, because we were talking about what options and things like that, because we got mobility aids for me, so that way I can pull myself out of bed, and also out of the couch. Thankfully, we were discussing like walking canes and stuff like that. That might be a thing. She goes, I was really considering it for you. She goes, but I think overall mentally that might be a bit more damaging to your mental health. She goes, plus I don't want you to start relying on that unless that's an absolute necessary thing, especially once we find out what is going on with you. Because if this is something that is going to progress, yes, we should definitely talk about, walking canes or, something else. She goes, but right now we're trying to fix your gait. She's like, we're trying to strengthen up your knees. So that's pretty much what we're doing. We're just trying to strengthen my knees so that way I don't hobble so much and I can walk a little bit straighter. So I don't waddle like a penguin or a duck. And they waddle away, waddle. Oh my gosh, I got the duck song in my head. Oh boy. See? Shiny key syndrome. This is bad. Today's has been a day where I have been just horribly distracted, and I really do need to focus on getting this done, because like I said, I don't know, like, what do you guys think? Do you think I can get this done for this week? Like, before, I know that when I have this video posted, it's going to be on the 30th, but do you think I can complete this, like, at least by before midnight on the 30th. I got like, after this, 4 more sections. Hold on. Sorry. I know that was just, wasn't even like a long moment, but apparently my husband got me coffee, so I asked her just to take it back downstairs, because I'm going to be down there in just a little bit, just so that way I can start editing this video and getting it ready to go for everything, so that way I'll be like able to have some caffeine to help me keep going. Maybe I won't be so distracted. And I see a hole in here, so we're gonna have to pop that out. There we go. Let's see. But yeah, so we got physical therapy going on. I got it again this week, and I got it every week. So that's something, I guess, to look forward to. I don't know. I'm just so glad it's not going to be in the evening this time around. Oh my goodness. So like this time it's more afternoon when I go see her. So let's see. Okay, yeah, here we go. Plans. Like I was saying before, I kind of got distracted with talking about physical therapy, and probably a good thing so I can start wrapping up and being able to take all this downstairs. I'm just trying, I want to make sure I've talked about everything I want to talk about. Oh, I am seriously considering about doing a vlog. Start vlogging and stuff like that. I gotten some things that I think will help me with it, maybe. I figure if I don't start vlogging now, I'm going to probably vlog around when I leave for my retreat. Not in the not where we're going to be crafting. There is rules about like vlogging in there, so we're not allowed to, which is understandable because, people's privacy, blah, 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 that kind of stuff. But I meant like with my friends, maybe, and definitely outside, like also our area, like our hotel rooms and things like that. We got a roommate assignment, so I got Mackenzie again. She and I are rooming. I'm so excited. So yeah, just want to definitely start figuring out how to vlog, but it's just like sometimes I feel like I'm a hot mess with my hair and with my face, and it's just like, do I have to like start making myself look nice? I know my friends, they don't care, like, I mean, and not to say that they look disheveled or anything, or they don't look disheveled at all, but like there's days where they don't, put on makeup or anything like that, and they look beautiful no matter what. It's just that I feel like I'm an ugly duckling. And I don't go into the swan. I never go into the swan. But yeah, and I don't know how to put on makeup. I really don't. But yeah, I'm definitely considering about doing some vlogging. I think that might help me out, especially like on days where it's like getting to be too bad for me to climb up and down the stairs. I'm thinking I'll do like, if I did do vlogging, it might like a mixture of it instead of like complete face clips. If I am going to, that there's going to be whipping style chats, like I'll just catch you up during the day, and then other days like you'll just see my face while I do diamond painting, or I'll just stare at you. I'll just stare at you. I'll just give you a stare, like, and be creepy. No, I'm kidding. I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with me today. Have I take my anxiety medicine? Yes, I have. Okay, so that should be kicking in. Okay, never mind. Oh my goodness. Trying to think. Let's see. I think I'm just in a silly mood today. I really am. Although my friends will say this definitely shows that how much I am, because my kids are diagnosed with ADHD, and they're like, this shows proof that you definitely are. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that like the other stuff, like where I am constantly distracted with my phone, like, and I'm picking my phone up just to look at it, I feel like that's definitely proof. But at this point, I got so many other problems going on in my life. I don't want to be like, okay, let's focus on this thing too. I got so many problems. Be like, oh yeah, just add another one to the list. Like, yep, just add that one on. Just tack it in. Anyway. Let's see, ideas. Okay, so we talked about a little bit about flogging, a little bit. That wasn't like what I really was thinking, but like things that I'm going to do this week that I'm going to attempt to do, depending on if I do it before or after physical therapy. So I know that on July 1st, I am going to definitely get my month in review recorded. So I'm going to have my kids bring my diamond paintings up because, like I said, 26 for 26. That's going to be not all 26 canvases for sure, because I didn't work on all 26 this month. But I am going to like bring up the next 13, 14 ones that I worked on for the month. So I want to show them off, even if some of them only have a section worked on instead of just a row. Let's see. That's one thing I want to get done for the week. Depending on how I feel, I am going to either try and get my pressed in place unboxing released for this week, or do it for next week. I haven't decided, to be honest, about which way I want to go with that. So I might, depending on when I do all this, like on how I feel, like, because if it's going to be after after my therapy session, I'm a little too sore to do things, and then I have to record it on a Saturday instead, because like the day after I'm just always hurting. Let's see, trying to think, what else do I want to do? So I don't know, I don't think this is going to be this week, but if it is, it won't be released this week. But I'm going to definitely get my stash video part 3 worked on. So either I'm going to work on it this week or next week, and then I'll have that ready to go sometime. It's because Nicole's been asking to help me out, which is surprising. So I think she wants a Monster energy drink or a Alani or something like that, and she's trying to help out so she can get that. So she can be like, oh, you're bribing me with this. I'm like, no, I'm not bribing you with anything. She's not gonna get it this time around. But yeah, that is pretty much what think I got for the rest of this. For like diamond painting wise, I'm just waiting for my diamond paintings, my anniversary ones, because I want to open those up, so that way I can show you guys what I got. I think sometime in the future I'm going to do another treasure quest card hunt. I'm going to do what I did before, like just pile all the diamond paintings up here. We won't go through it or anything like that, but we'll just open it to see what kind of treasure quest cards I got and everything like I did before. I'm really curious if I have a black card, because that would be kind of cool. I already have 2. I would really like to get more, because I want to be able to get like a Night Melody or something like that as my reward. My treasure quest card reward. That would be so cool. I would love that so much. But yeah, I'm planning on doing that sometime. It's just that I gotta get this house cleaned up. But I think the main thing that I'm going to be focusing on is getting this done. So let's see. With that being said, I'm definitely gonna call it quits here, so that way I can go downstairs and enjoy my coffee. But let me know if you think I can finish this by the end, like at least if by before midnight on June 30th. You know, finish it, you know, cross your fingers, right? But tell me, guys, what you think about everything that I've talked about down below. I'd love to hear from you. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next video, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Bye!